It is 5:14 in the morning. I woke up about 25 minutes ago. As soon as I turn off this video, I'm putting my shoes on and I'm hopping on this treadmill, getting my cardio done. And that's because I went over on my calories yesterday. So really quick to give you guys yesterday's recap, 2,740 calories. So I went over by 240 because I did another protein shake. That's not an excuse. I'm going to do the cardio to make up for it. 240 calories worth of cardio. And I think I hit 12,000 steps, 12,200 steps. So not a terrible day, not my worst day, but not my best day either. And I didn't hit my standard. So that just means cardio. And I'm happy with doing cardio. But I'm not happy to be up right now. I woke up at 4:50. My alarm went off. I had to walk all the way over there. My phone sits on that shelf while I sleep because the worst possible thing you could do to yourself is if you want to wake up at an early time and you know you're going to be tired and you know you're going to contemplate life and your existence in that moment because it's so fucking early, you got to put your phone somewhere else. You can't put it on your nightstand because what are you going to do when you wake up? You're going to roll over and then you're going to turn that shit off and go back to bed. That's what you're going to do. How do I know? I've experienced it. You know what's funny is I used to be known not as a morning person. The last year or 2 years, I've woken up, on average, like probably at 6 a.m. If you average out all my days, probably at 6 a.m. I've woken up. More recently, when I was in Thailand, I was waking up at 5 a.m. every day or 4:45 every single day. That was for like 2-3 months straight. And, I don't see it as like, oh, I wake up early, that makes me better than other people. No, I don't see it like that at all. I just think that it does something for my mental clarity, my mental motivation that really helps because nobody's up right now, right? I'm motivated. I'm going to go hop on the treadmill. I'm going to go do work. I'm going to go get stuff done for me because as soon as 9 a.m. hits, right, then I got to go work and then I got to do stuff for other people, right? Which obviously makes me money, but, I got to still build my side hustle. If you guys are just going through life and you're not building something for you, you're just working for a paycheck, you're just going to school because your parents wanted you to, you don't know why you're going to school, you don't know why you're working, you don't have a reason and something else outside of the 8 hours that you make money or do whatever the majority of your day contains, and you're just waiting for the weekend, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not working towards everything. I realized this as soon as I graduated high school. I realized before I graduated high school, you need to have something on the side of whatever you're doing. Even though I have a remote job, I still have something on the side. I still have these YouTube videos. I still have things that I'm building outside of my normal remote job that I want to build that is for me. That's my life outside of things. So if you guys don't have that, figure out what you're passionate about, figure out what you want to do long term, or else you're going to be stuck having the same days that you've been having your entire fucking life. All right. And that's how the rat race starts, is because people don't realize, you got the 9 to 5, but you also got the 5 to 9. The 5 to 9 is the stuff that's your personal legend, your personal legend, right? If you guys have read The Alchemist, you know what I'm talking about. That's where you follow your personal legend. The goal is to get rid of your 9 to 5 and replace it with your 5 to 9. But that takes a long fucking time and it takes a lot of effort because it's really difficult to, put effort into after you get done with work. So that's why I wake up early. But what's funny is people used to think of me as like somebody who didn't wake up early. I remember my fucking counselor. She would and just people in general would say that, oh, Tristan's not a morning person. Because I wouldn't show up. Like I was in some clubs and stuff and I never went to the meetings because they were before school and you'd have to wake up at like 6 a.m. and I would like be up late doing sports or doing something. I don't know, probably on my phone, honestly. But for a while there, I was locked the fuck in. I was waking up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. every single day for morning practices for swimming. But the days that I got to sleep in were the days that that club was going on. And they would say I'm not a morning person. I never said anything, but I was like, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. Either, this is what I would do. I forgot. I was actually working. I would either go work on the weekends at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., 6 a.m. on the weekends, 5 a.m. on weekdays. Then I'd go to school, or I'd go to morning practice. And I would sleep in class as well because I'd be so fucking tired. And people wonder why kids don't want to get up for school. Kids sleep through school. It's because you're teaching them bullshit. Nobody wants to get up early for something that they don't want to do. I am happy to get up early every single day of my life because I'm getting to do things that I love to do, right? I live a fucking great life. And I'm going to make a video on this because I watched an Alex Becker video. And if you guys, I just want to address this thing. There's a breathing nose strip kind of thing. I used to use the plastic disposable Breathe Right strips, but my girlfriend got me these. It's like a magnetic plastic one, so they're reusable, and you just throw new ones of these. But just basically opens up your sinuses while you sleep and helps you sleep a little bit better. So where was I? I was talking about, doing the things that you want to do, because if you find something that you're passionate about, you should have no problem waking up early. If there's a field trip, all right, and you're a little kid, you're going to be happy to wake up early at 5 a.m. to go on the field trip and go, or a theme park or a vacation or something. Like if you're going on vacation, no shit, you're going to wake up at 4 a.m. and it's going to be no problem for you because you're happy, you're excited to go do the thing. So figure out what you're excited about in the rest of your life and, use that as motivation to wake up because, it doesn't just come down to willpower. A lot of it comes down to motivation. I don't think it's an issue to use whatever you could possibly do leverage-wise to get closer to your goals, right? I have no fucking problem using any crutch. I don't even call them crutches. People might call them crutches, but I don't see it as a problem, right? If these videos, I can film these and these hold me more accountable and get me closer to my fitness goals, I have no problem with it. Maybe it's a crutch. You can call it a crutch. I don't give a shit. I'm still getting there. I'm still going to be there at the end of the day, regardless. I'm getting there. Who the fuck cares how I got there? Whether it's I didn't film any videos and I got there, or I did film videos and I got there. Who fucking cares? I still got there. All right? It's the same thing with whatever in life. Who gives a shit how you make $1 million? You made $1 million. Well, as long as you did it ethically. So, there's two roads to the thing, and you could argue the other side, but you guys know what I mean. I just think that another thing is labels that people put on you are such bullshit, right? People can say, oh, Tristan is somebody who doesn't wake up early. How is that setting up a kid for success, right? If I used to always tell myself, and it's more a problem when you tell yourself this. When you tell yourself, oh, Tristan's not somebody who's good at math. I was actually good at math. I wasn't good at reading and I wasn't good at writing. Tristan's not really good at English, right? Tristan doesn't try that hard in English. He is not very good at writing. He's not very good at reading. I'm just not very good at that stuff. That's how it is. I was good at math, but not good at reading, not good at writing. Well, maybe it's because I was reading fucking Shakespeare, writing about Shakespeare and bullshit like that I don't care about, that's not improving me in any facet of my life. Not in any way did that shit improve my life. You think kids are going to want to learn about some bullshit like Shakespeare or whatever we even learned about? I blocked that time out of my life. What happens as soon as I graduate and I start doing my own thing, I start making my own money? Bro, I'm happy to spend time writing in my journal every day about things that I enjoy writing about. Right? I write a log in my journal every day. I write a lot in my day. I write a lot of emails every day. I write a lot of copy. I write, workout plans. I do all that stuff. It's all writing. And with the reading stuff, I read every single fucking day. I've read probably, I think probably like 20 books. I have a book list that's going to be it's not going to be in the description, but when I launch I don't even know what to call it, the workout plan app that I am making right now, it's going to have my book list in there as well. So you guys can see I've read like 20 books, in the last year and a half or so. And it's because I'm reading things that I like to read about. The same thing goes for you. If you read a book that you like to read, like that is a topic that you like to read, no wonder you're going to read it every day, read it every night. Because if you're reading some bullshit about that you don't care about, that school is forcing you to do, dude, you're not going to wake up early. You're not going to want to read it every day. You're not going to get your homework done on time because you don't care about it. So I don't know why teachers and people don't understand it. Maybe I'm ranting about school, but it's more just like things in life and how you guys should approach things, after school. Don't hold a label on yourself, because as soon as you say, I'm not good at this, you've just confined your knowledge and your ability to grow as a person to not doing that thing. You've just confined yourself. You've put yourself in a fucking box by saying, if I were to graduate high school and be like, Tristan's not good at writing, Tristan's not good at reading, and I don't read, I don't try to write, I don't try to get better, I just confined myself. I just did that to myself. You know how much better I could be as a person if I didn't say that stuff? I guess we're going to find out, because I didn't say that shit. I didn't say that shit. I read, I write. I read, I write, and I'm going to continue to do it. And we're going to see how far I go. I wasn't good at speaking. And now I'm talking to a camera every fucking day. I'm getting a little bit better at speaking. I'm talking to people on the phone, selling them expensive-ass software every day. I'm going to get a little bit better at speaking day by day by day. And maybe I'm not an elite speaking level or speechist or whatever you want to exactly, you guys can tell. But someday I'll get there. I have no doubt about it if I keep continuing to improve, rewatch these videos, see my nuances of how I speak, my aneurysms, watch videos on how I can speak better, how I can read better, how I can focus better. Self-development in general. What do you think I read about? What do you think I enjoy reading about? Bettering myself. Not fucking Shakespeare. Not some dumbass thing that happened in the past that didn't actually happen, like Greek mythology. Didn't happen. Bringing no benefit to my life. Why the fuck are we reading it? Right? Why not teach a kid something that's valuable? Right? But, nowadays, we got to do that ourselves. We have to do that ourselves, and we have to self-educate. Some people, they're not going to be able to do it, but that's the law of natural selection, and it'll come back. All right, I'm not saying in terms of like people are gonna fucking die. I'm just talking about like, the gap between people who succeed and the people that fucking just scrape by and suffer through the rest of their lives. It's just going to get bigger. It's already huge, right? Billionaires and poor people and homeless people, right? That gap is just going to get bigger, right? As technology advances, right? It's only going to get bigger. I don't see how it could get smaller. We're only improving more and pushing ourselves further as a society. There's just other people who are staying at the same spot they are, or even going lower. All right, so I just don't see that gap getting any smaller, so you have to really fucking take it serious, because if you can't adapt to the future, you're going to stay in the past and you're going to suffer. And I'm going on another tangent. I had one thing that I wanted to hit on, but I think I'm gonna end this because that was 15 minutes long of a rant, and I got to get this cardio done. So Let me know if people agree with that. If I'm talking bullshit, maybe I am. It's 5 a.m. right now. My brain isn't firing perfectly, but you know, I think that is how I feel. That is how I feel. Let's get this cardio. Last thing, I did want to show you guys this because I rearranged my apartment, and I want to show you guys what happened because this used to be my room. Right, you can see there's clothes on the ground. That's just because my dryer does not work, and so I need them to dry here. Don't worry, the floor is clean. But no bed there. I put my bed in the second bedroom, which I call the dungeon, but this is for 2 reasons. Number 1 is because it is super dark back here. And you guys can see, like, it's just basically pitch black, but there's just nothing. I don't go in here for any reason. This is like my storage room. And so the thing is that my closet's in the other room. I went in it quite frequently because, you know, I just had to get stuff out of there. But that was a problem because I need to associate my bedroom and my bed that I only go there if I'm going to bed. That's how I always have my best nights of sleep. If I have a designated room for sleeping, and sleep is the number 1 thing, you know, for probably most people that they're lacking, that they could improve, that would benefit their life, their quality of life a lot more. So I moved my bedroom to over in that bedroom. This one, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe put, you know, a yoga mat on the ground and stretch in there, or just, you know, just have it as my closet, my changing room. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it yet, but the other one was just for storage, and now it's my bedroom. And I'm just gonna try to avoid it as much as possible unless I'm going to bed. Because what happens is as soon as I go in there, I'm training my brain to know, okay, we're going to sleep, fall asleep so much faster, have so much deeper sleep because it's blacked out. These windows, maybe you can see them, maybe you can't, but they're freaking huge. They're very big windows. They're like probably 6 feet tall windows. Oops. And so they don't get fully blacked out. I could get better shades, but the thing is, if you look over the top there, these walls don't go to the ceiling. And so it's gonna shine over and they're not gonna be fully blacked out anyways. So it's like, okay, why not put my room over there? I can make this room like a second office other than this one. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll throw a couch in there and just have that as a reading room. No idea. Give me some ideas in the comments. What you guys think I should do with it. Maybe I put the treadmill in there. No idea. I have no idea. Maybe I just don't use it. I'm gonna move out in, you know, a couple months anyway, so probably not any point in changing much. All right, we got 40 minutes on the treadmill. 1 second, let me turn this on. 40 minutes on the treadmill. I'm down about 400 calories, so I'm gonna really try to get my cardio in and make up for yesterday. At least 300 calories I need to hit for cardio today. So, you know, later this afternoon, I might just go back to the gym once I'm done working and get some more cardio done. Only thing I'm trying to figure out is how I can make this treadmill an incline treadmill. I'm gonna have to prop something under it, maybe like a 2x4 or a couple 2x4s, but we'll figure something out so it can be inclined. I'm about to do my journal. So I'm just gonna journal, wait for my video to finish uploading so I can put it on YouTube, yesterday's video, and then, you know, I do the same thing every day. So I'm just gonna walk to the gym, hit a back day, really focus on my biceps, because my biceps, they're a weakness for me. Just because I'm not gonna make an excuse, but I have a really high insertion. Like you guys can see, like if I go like that, look at that, bicep looks tiny right there. So really gotta work on my bicep growth. And how I do it, preacher curls and hammer preacher curls. That's all of it. And this is kind of a weird exercise, but you know, I'm used to it. So anyways, I'm taking this shit off, all right? It used to be my signature to wake up at 5 a.m. on these videos previously, if you want to go watch the videos, but I would rip off my nose strip every single time. I can't do that with this. It's because it's just magnets. But I highly recommend, if you guys put one of those Breathe Right strips on, they're maybe like $10 for a pack of 20 at CVS, Target, Walmart. You can get them, and they're a game changer. I haven't been sleeping with them for a long time because I was obviously in Thailand and they don't have them in Thailand. So yeah, I'm back in North Dakota and they definitely got them in North Dakota. I'm gonna get this lift in, maybe buy some the next time I'm at the store. But for now, we're just using the magnetic ones, which they're cool, but you know, I like the plastic ones. Fuck the turtles. All right, gym is done. I'm about to hop in the shower. I'm gonna do a quick flex, show you guys. I don't have a pump right now just because it's been like an hour since I got back from the gym. I did maybe like 6 or 7 sets of biceps because my biceps are obviously my weakness, and then maybe, I think I did 4 sets of rows, low rows for my lower lats. I gotta learn how to pose. I keep saying that. I've been saying that for the last, I don't know how many months, but not terrible. All right, this fat's gotta come off. I'm gonna up my cardio. Well, start cardio in general because I haven't been, doing cardio. I've just been hitting steps. So probably just gonna really dial in the afternoons. Go to the gym instead of going on a walk, and then just hop on the treadmill, put it on incline, walk for 30 minutes to an hour per day. Hopefully that will fix things, because what is that? That would be 300 extra calories that I'm burning. That's like almost a pound a week, right? 500 calories a day deficit, that's a pound a week. So like 0.7 pounds per week. That's gonna put me in a good deficit, really good deficit. And that's how I got so lean in Thailand, is just doing cardio every single day, putting the treadmill on the incline, and just getting my steps in, getting the heart rate up, getting the blood flowing. And yeah, I like cardio because it gives me time to like listen to a podcast, listen to a book. Going on a walk is fine, but you're not burning as many calories as you would be if you were walking on it, 15 to 10% incline. So degree incline, not percent. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna eat. We have here 8 ounces of ground beef, 90-10. It was 85 or 85-15, but I obviously drained the fat off and just kind of rinsed it with some water. Hot water is going to make the fat kind of, disperse throughout the pan. Then you tilt it, then you spoon it out. It's just going to lower the calories, but I'm still counting it as 90-10. California medley, steamed vegetables. So this is just carrots, broccoli, cauliflower. 125 calories for the steamed vegetables, 400 calories for the 8 ounces of ground beef. So that's going into MyFitnessPal. Tall glass of water to help me digest. I'm trying to lower my sodium intake because I've heard, I think that's why my face is, a little bit puffy in the mornings. I've just been having too much sodium. I don't know if that's the reason, but I've seen on some videos and stuff, people say, higher potassium and lower sodium with your electrolyte intake. And I'm just gonna try that out, try to lower my sodium intake, see what happens. Because I know bodybuilders, when they're trying to really lean down, they take sodium out of their diet. So we'll see.